So, Yostar has announced that the first event of Aether Gazer will be starting on June 6th, and it will end on June 27th. While we aren't sure of any changes that will be made to the event, I figured I'd give you a small rundown of some things you can expect coming from the Chinese build of the game, just in case these things may convert over to the global version. Anyways, let's get it poppin'. First, you can expect new story content that touches a bit more on Osiris and her alternate personality. This alternate personality will also be playable as S-rank Living Soul Osiris. This is a top tier unit that I have a dedicated video on, which is linked in the comment section below if you want to see more details on her. Along with the story content and the release of the S-rank variant of Osiris, A-rank Verthandi will also become available, which is a character that I feel is incredibly fun with her ability to counterattack and her highly aggressive lightning elemental abilities. Alright, so A-rank Verthandi is one of those characters that I feel like everybody should have, simply because of her lightning damage, how aggressive she is, while also having two ways to protect herself. She counterattacks, and she can generate this shield after using her skill 3. So she's a very, very resourceful unit that I feel like is useful in various different situations. So her basic attack is a string of four chained attacks, right? So that's all four, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But whenever she hits that third, she hits the enemy with the shield, which also grants her some divine grace, which is that bar at the bottom. Now, every single time she hits with that shield, she gains 5 divine grace. So this could be very useful for her skill 3, which we'll get to that in a moment. Her skill 1 is simply throwing her shield at the enemy. But whenever she hits the target, she also gains 10 divine grace. So you'll see whenever she hits the enemy, she gains another 10. That's possibly 20 that she can gain, because when she hits the first time going out, that's 10, and when she hits again, that's another 10. So it's a very, very useful way to build up that divine grace gauge at the bottom. Now, one of the reasons why A-rank Verthandi is so useful is because of her shield. Whenever she uses her skill 2, she generates this shield for a limited amount of time. Now, as you can see, when that gauge at the bottom fills up, she attacks the enemy. And also, when you release it early, she attacks the enemy. Now, what you want to do is time this with the enemy's attack, because then it will execute a counterattack and deal lightning damage to the enemy in the process. You'll also gain some divine grace, I believe 15 in the process, when you successfully block an enemy's attack. Now, as I've already demonstrated, her skill 3 is a leap towards the enemy, and it also generates a protective shield. Now, I will put the details on the screen so that you can see how well it protects her, because there's some conversion that you need to do that I don't necessarily remember during the time of recording this, but all of her attacks are very, very useful in both protection as well as damaging the enemy. A very, very useful character that I feel is a must-have. Now, her ultimate will rush towards the target on the screen while also attacking anyone else that's in the way in the process. Once again, all the details of that attack will be on the screen, so you can pause the screen if you want to see those details. But I wanted to go ahead and highlight this character so that you can see how she is used. And yeah, let's go on with the video. We will also be receiving brand new cooperative ultimate skill chains between various characters within the game, both old and new. 2 new functors will become available as well, one for A rank Verthandi and the other for S rank Osiris. Both of them are highly recommended for both characters as they highly enhance their kits, which also will decide their usefulness in battle. I should have the descriptions of both functors on the screen so that you can decide if the character is worth investing in. There will also be an event where you can challenge false modifiers to battle, as this will provide a bit of a challenge for those looking for that kind of content. The mentioned content is only a bit of what will become available in the limited time event, so make sure to stay tuned and let me know in the comment section below if you're excited for A rank Verthandi, S rank Osiris, or any of the events mentioned in the video. Have a wonderful day, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay chaotic. Peace out, everyone.